Hello, welcome to When Wagon Wheels Were Bigger cinema trailer reaction time.
Jump on the bandwagon months after everybody else has been doing it for much better production values and
Exactly.
with much better reactions than we've got.
I'm Mark,
I'm Martin.
and I will say this week, like we do it weekly, we said we would, but we haven't. This time's reaction is to the new trailer for Shit Your Pants Scary It.
Yeah, well, we did the first trailer, and our normal recording night, just a bit of behind the scenes there, is Thursday, and I saw earlier in the week that this new trailer was being released on Thursday, so it just seemed like the perfect opportunity to do another reaction to a film we're both going to definitely watch. And I mean, we're both fans of it anyway, aren't we? I mean, for going
We
back
are.
to the TV miniseries, I
Yeah.
spent the entire month of June listening to the audiobook, and it was basically almost solidly listening. It's a huge, long story, but it's really, really good, and that has given me a deeper appreciation actually, because I loved the TV miniseries back in sort of the mid 90s. Was when I would have
I
seen it.
think, yeah, it was my video, wasn't it? My video cassette that I
Yeah,
brought round.
yeah.
And it was. I mean, I loved it. I did love it. I've not hidden the fact that I'm terrified of clowns, but there was something about it that I couldn't stop watching it, which is stupid because it did scare me. But I've told the story about how I first watched it. It was my uncle had rented it, and I was around my grand's, and he said, "Oh, do you want to watch this?" I went, "Yeah, sure." I was about 13, 14. And then I had to walk where I say our gran lived. There were those kind of high hedged pathways,
Mm.
and I was walking around there. I forget where I was going, but I had to walk on my own, and I was terrified. And it was
It's
broad daylight. It really freaked me out.
It's brilliant. The story of it, I mean, it's classic Stephen King. It's probably his most well loved story, I would argue.
You reckon more than The Shining?
I don't know. I mean, I like it. It's my favourite of his stories. I think
More
it
than
preys on.
Christine, the Killer Car?
Never read it or saw any version of the of
I never
adaptations or
want to
anything.
see it or know anything about it.
But it does. It's pure childhood.
West, sorry.
Pure West. It really does go back into proper childhood fears. He writes young children very well, very realistically, the way that kids form friendships. And I think this first part, as it's now been confirmed, because they are ready to start filming, I
Oh,
think
they
they'll
are. Oh,
start
excellent.
production on part two, as far as I know, which is going to focus more on the sort of 27 years later, the grown-up versions of the kids,
Yeah.
of the Losers Club. But he really does the friendships that are formed. Yeah, I mean, there's some weird stuff in the book as well, but you look past it because it just is a really solid, quite terrifying story about kids fighting evil. And there's so many things now that look back at those things. I mean, Stranger Things wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the writing of Stephen King and
No, I
stories
think
like
you're right.
it.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, I love it. I was just going to, before we watch it, I was just going to say, what having watched, because I know I've seen the first trailer dozens of times now. What are we hoping to see and not see, do you think, from this trailer between us?
I'm hoping to not see any clowns.
Well, I've made a little list, and what I don't want to see is the same scenes from trailer one, just maybe moved around a bit. I want to see some new stuff. I
Yeah.
don't want to see too much Pennywise, but I also don't want to see not enough Pennywise. So there's going to be a real fine line between what I do and don't want to see, because I don't
Yeah.
want him to be ruined. And I sort of almost don't want to hear him speak.
I don't want him to ruin me.
I'm looking. What I do, I'm looking forward to your reaction more than my own, because
Thanks.
you are much more afraid of clowns than I am. I mean, I wouldn't want to share a room with a clown, but you are properly terrified, aren't you? So
Yes.
should be good. Obviously, this will be a YouTube, so we can be quiet and listen to parts of it if we need to, but I'm sure we'll be talking to reassure one another if it does get a bit scary.
It's okay, Martin. It's okay. It's not
Do we
real,
want-
is it?
It could be real.
Oh, I hope it's not real.
We've been rambling now. Are we just putting off watching it? Shall we?
Yeah. I'm already
Should we go
regretting
ahead?
agreeing to this. I know, but I would have watched it anyway. So
Yeah.
watching it together makes it more light-hearted.
Yeah, I think so.
Like when we watched the Blair Witch Project, and it wasn't scary at
It'll
all
be
because we were
fine.
just ripping the piss out of it and how bad it is. So
It
it'll be
is
fun.
quite bad.
It's an
I
awful film.
I do hope to try and watch this in the cinema with you. I'd love to make the time to for us to go and see this when it comes out in the cinema.
Do you know what?
because
I think you're
that would
right.
be
I think
brilliant fun.
no one else is going to watch it with me. So
And it's around my birthday that it's released, so I think we'll try and make the effort and
Is it?
and make
Oh,
that a
okay.
thing. Yeah, September the 8th it comes out, so the day before my birthday. This
oh,
is
happy
released.
birthday then.
Yeah, it'll be a really unhappy birthday. We'll go and watch it. It'll
Maybe
be
that
great.
could be a birthday present. I've had a few ideas, but man, that's maybe the one.
We'll do that.
Make you shit
nobody
your
else
pants
needs
on
to
your
know that.
birthday.
Hooray! I'll do it anyway.
Again.
Might as well watch a film as well.
That's how you always celebrate. Anyway, let's watch this trailer.
All right.
So 3, 2, 1. It. I'm already
We're
scared.
watching
Let's
the
leave. Let's just
Kino
load it.
Czech International version.
Okay, so there's Derry. There's some kids. Kid jumping.
We've
Seen that shot
seen
before.
some of this already. Splashing about, larking about. That must be Bill and Bev sharing a little glance.
Okay, missing kids. These are all shots we've seen so far.
Like Patrick Hofstetter. God, what he does and what happens to him in the book is horrific. And if they get any of that in this film, it will be worth the price.
Did you see the logo then? The little balloon floating away.
Yeah,
from
little
the WB?
balloon.
Yeah, it was
Ooh.
clever. I liked that.
Yeah. I love that this is. I mean, I know the 80s are hugely back, but it's balloon in the back seat.
Oh,
Hugely
Christ.
80s feeling, isn't it?
I feel sick.
I don't like it. I
I
already
know it's
don't
going to
like it.
happen. Oh, that's much worse. The slow reveal.
That's that.
Oh,
Oh no, I don't like it.
that's worse. This is worse
The
than.
whispering.
That's worse. That's much worse
Excellent.
than the kind of upbeat Tim
Yeah.
Curry version. Whispering is worse. Oh.
I don't like.
If they're going to go into like him being around in history, I know they obviously will because that's part of the book. But if they
Well,
do it
he's-
really well,
Yeah.
Oh.
Ageless, timeless. Oh no, please! I don't like it.
that's like Don't Look Now. Like, that freaks me out.
Oh,
This
That
same
worse?
shot so far.
don't run at me. We've already had the run at the camera trailer.
Jesus
Ah!
Christ.
See, I hate reaction trailers where people like overreact. So I just feel like I've just overreacted.
Oh. If fouling yourself is overreacting, then guilty. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
there's the deadlights.
Yeah, this is. I don't
You'll
know if I
float
do want to
too.
see this.
You'll float
Oh.
too.
Christ.
Don't like it. Something's going to jump at
Oh
me
my
now, isn't
God.
it? Don't like it.
That's worse. All those.
It's gone quiet, and
Oh.
there's clown faces in the background. Was that like a doll? Oh fuck!
No. Yeah.
So yeah, we're watching that. Yeah.
Do I have to?
On reflection, I don't know if that's been. I don't know if that was more scary or less scary than the first one,
There were
trailer-wise. I mean,
There were let me just get this clown off my screen a minute. There were moments of that that were much worse than the first trailer.
yes.
Predominantly, all of the clown stuff. But I think him whispering, "Take it." That was horrible. And the more I see him in motion, Bill Skarsgård, because I have to remember that it's a man behind this and not.
Yeah, it's only a man.
It's only a
fine.
man. The more I see him in motion, the more I think this might be the iconic take on Pennywise, more so perhaps than Tim Curry's version.
I like that it's. I'm just skimming back so I can have it playing in the background while we talk.
Oh,
I like
why?
that. I just want to sort of see if I can pick up a few more bits while we discuss it. I like that it is a character that can be reinterpreted because I felt before I'd read the book, I think Tim Curry was sort of completely cemented in my head, and yet now having listened to Steven Weber reading it and giving him a completely different spin, I'm ready for a third version now. I
Yeah.
think Skarsgård looks amazing, and even though maybe still he looks a bit goofy moving,
Yeah.
he's friggin' terrifying.
Yeah, he is. Because a lot of people question the kind of the more Victorian look But
I think
I think that
makes
adds
sense.
to, yeah, I think it adds to the horror, personally, um,
Yeah,
because
because he's a timeless being, and he just is drawing from his experiences to try and see what would appeal to children.
yeah,
Oh God, what is happening in that storm drain when it's zooming in after? I'm going to watch that again properly afterwards.
I
This is
think
just distracting
if you
me.
freeze framed it,
No, thank you.
yeah, very
Well,
wise, Georgie, very wise indeed. Um, oh God,
okay. Well, that
excellent.
was good fun, wasn't it?
It was.
We should try and do more of these.
We should.
But
We
it's
did
just sort
say
of
we were
timing
going
wise.
to.
Yeah,
I mean, they're all.
I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah, so did I. Thanks, thanks, Martin.
Thank you. Thank
Thartin.
you. And we will hopefully do another one of these quite soon. But thank you very much for watching with us. And do let us know what you thought of it as well, all the different ways. You can email us if you like, wagonwheels at outlook.com. Tweet us at spreadthewhimsy. Send us a Facebook message, facebook.com/when wagon wheels were bigger. Or possibly even leave comments under this video if we allow it.
Yeah, or write on a bit of paper, strap it to a pigeon, just see if it gets to us.
One of those ways will definitely get to us.
3 of those ways will definitely get to us. Okay, anyway, we'll speak to you again soon.
Thanks for watching.
Cheerio, bye bye.